Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Demigoddess YouTube channel. If you are new, please make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video from me, as I do drop multiple times a week for you guys. We are going to go ahead and get into day 11 of our Get Better with Self 30-day cleanse. And yeah, so I'm going to continue to stream on TikTok until I can't stream on TikTok anymore. So give me a second to set that up. I just need to change the day on here. So we are on day 11. So congratulations to everyone that is participating. That is on day 11. So super fun stuff. I know I am getting on here super late, but hey, better late than never, right? Because to be honest, I was really contemplating on if I was going to even get on live today. But I was like, you know what? That's not fair to people that's actually doing the cleanse. They don't know the journal prompts or anything. But I was considering putting the journal prompts in the community board. But hey, neither here nor there. Okay, we're going to get into day 11's journal prompts. So you need your journals. I'm actually really kind of sleepy. I'm going to watch this movie that I have geared up. It's all set up. When I'm done with this journal stuff, then I'm going to go back and watch this movie. So day 11 journal prompt, we might as well start off with, technically this is question number 31. You want to put today's date in your journal. Okay, so the journal prompt today is, what rewards can I give myself for achieving milestones along the way? So what rewards can I give myself for achieving milestones along the way? What rewards? Okay. The second journal prompt question is going to be, who can I share my goals with to help keep me accountable? So the question is, who can I share my goals with to help keep me accountable? Okay, so number 33 journal prompt question is, how can I measure progress towards my goals, and how often will I check in? So I think we're measuring these goals daily and weekly. just by being on this cleanse and being consistent. Okay. Now we're going to go to the intention question. And I know I didn't do the affirmation card, but we're just going to do the affirmation card at the end. Okay, so this is cute. I intend to fill my days with creativity and passion. That is a quote that popped up. You guys can see that in this journal. For the people that's on TikTok, I am streaming on YouTube as well. For the people that's on the cleanse, this is cute. They put a self-care tip in here. I'm going to read this to you guys. It says, keep an inspirational journal. Many people don't think of themselves as creative, but we all have a lot of things, books, social media accounts, even favorite clothing items that reflect our unique taste and personalities. Consider keeping an inspiration journal to capture and record the things you enjoy and to create a unique way to gain insights into what makes you happy. Items you can keep in your journal include quotations you love, pictures that make you smile, or artwork that uplifts you. Uplifts you. It's like a mood board you can take with you to add and reflect on whatever you feel like. It will be a space just for you to reveal in all the beautiful things that brings you joy. That is a good way to put visualization in things that you really like. Yesterday, if you did the journal prompt, you would know that yesterday, actually, that was one of the assignments. You needed to create a Pinterest account, and they're free, and create a mood board. Basically, what your manifestations are for these 30 days. Or you could do like me and create a year 2025 mood board, which consists of not only this cleanse, my intentions that I want to manifest, but also to what I want to manifest overall in 2025. So if you want to do that, which I suggest you do that, that's a part of the assignment, part of the cleanse, because it basically is giving you like it's giving you a vision board, like a digital vision board. Or if it makes you feel any better, what you can do is you can um, get old newspapers and magazines, and you could do it that way. You could do a vision board the original way. Okay. But I thought it was easier and more fun to do it on Pinterest. And that was my first time ever doing it. So, yeah. Okay. So let's go on to the other portion of our journal prompt. So today, this is like the present moment. So this is an exercise practicing being still and being present. So the question is, how did you take care of yourself today? Today, I went on a hike. I woke up at around 11 a.m. and I was like, you know what? I want to go hiking. And it's crazy because one of my coworkers he told me last week, he was like, yeah, he be flaking though. I love him to death, but he's such a flake. He's like, yeah, I'm so serious. We're going to go on a hike. And I purposely, because I had woke up maybe like around 10ish. I was like, I'm going to see if he's going to text me. First of all, I checked my phone and I was like, did he text me? Because I did have text messages. I'm a horrible texter. Sometimes you might not hear from me like 3 days after you sent me a text. But anyways, no, it wasn't text messages from him. And then I was like, man, I knew it because I told him when he said, he was like, no, I'm so serious. We're going to do it. And then when I texted him this morning, I was like, see, I purposely did not text you because I wanted to see if you were going to actually hold up what you said. and do what you said you were going to do. And then he was like, "Oh, why didn't you remind me?" And I was like, "It's not my responsibility to remind you. You're the one that asked me out to go on a hike with you. So why would I remind you, you know?" And I told him last week, I was like, "Watch, you're going to flake. You're going to freaking flake. I know you're going to flake cuz I know you." And he flaked. And then he's like, "Oh no, I just have a lot on my mind." We all have a lot on our mind. If you wanted to really do something and you really wanted to um hang out with someone, you're going to follow through with the plans. I didn't take it for a grain of salt when he said he wanted to because I was like, yeah, okay. But anyways, I still was up for it. My body, like I really wanted to lay down all day, but I did not lay down all day because the minute I got back, because I was in the bed, the minute I went to the restroom and then I got back in the bed and I wanted to just make this day just a lazy day and just watch movies and eat and relax. But it ended up not being that type of day because I could not get comfortable. And then I was like, you know what? I just really wanted to be in nature. Like it was just something about today. I wanted to go in the forest. I wanted to be amongst the trees. And I was having such a crazy day morning, because I have the All Trails app. So if you guys are on All Trails, make sure you follow me on All Trails. Um, I don't even know what my name is on there. But anyways, I use All Trails map because I just think it's really convenient. Well, I don't like the new update they did. I've been out of commission for like almost a year because I broke my leg last year, and the app is a little bit different. So I'm not gonna say I 100% recommend it because today it was giving me the blues. Um, but anyways, in the past, I like that app because it will tell you different types of hikes you could go on. If you're into scenic stuff, like I love waterfalls. I like to be around some type of body of water. That's important for me. So, whether it's a creek, whether it's a waterfall, whether it's a lake or river, I'm typically going on those type of hikes. I prefer a waterfall hike, but if I can't, as long as it's some kind of large body of water, I will be on that. But I will do some like, you just walking through the forest type of thing. I will do some hikes like that too, but that isn't my cup of tea though. My thing is I need to have some elements more than just earth, like I need water. I need water. I don't need ground and like I don't know. That's just my thing. But it's really good though because you also like if you want to like do bird watching or you want to do like wildlife, you are into like wildflowers and things like that, then the All Trails app is good for you. You also get to download maps. So when you're in the forest, most forests you don't have signaling. Um, you have a digital map no matter what, and it works. And then another thing that's really good too, you can follow people on there. There's a community board in there. You can see what other people are doing in your nearby area, what hikes they're doing. You can leave reviews. You could take pictures and put those a part of the reviews. And also too, when you are hiking, it could track your hike. So it will literally map out the direction that you're going, how long you've been, how many miles, what is your pace. Um, yeah, so it's just a really good app overall. But anyways, I was trying to find waterfalls. And with this update, that's why I was saying it was giving me the blues. It was giving me stuff in my city, and my city isn't like really where you hike. Like you have Silver Falls. That is, I recommend if anyone ever comes to Oregon, go to Silver Falls because there's 10 waterfalls there, but the terrain is not the easiest. There is a lot of incline, a lot of decline. You need to have the proper shoes, and it's very rocky, and it could be very hilly and a lot of elevation. So it's not for the faint, okay? But it is a very beautiful hike. And it's free. The only thing you pay for is your parking, which I have a Northwest Forest Pass, which I got from Big Lots. That's $30. I don't know if that is general for everyone, or this is just the price specifically in Oregon. I don't know, but it's $30. It was $30 last year. Yeah, because my pass expired last year. So I had to buy a new one. And it's a year. So today's date, a year from now. So my pass will expire January 11th, 2026. It's for a year. And you're able to use that in all of the Northwest. So that's what I use when I go. And if you are a hiker or you're someone that's into nature, I recommend you buying a pass. You help the forest, people with, paying for that pass and everything, and the rangers. So, and the state, so, or whoever owns the forest, because sometimes it's owned by families. But anyways, and they partner with the state. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, so yeah, I was on the app. I was trying to find waterfalls. I was like, why the freak is it showing me stuff in my city? I know there's not like waterfalls outside of Silver Falls like that. That's in my city. Like I have to typically drive a hour, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours to get to a waterfall hike. But Oregon has a lot of waterfalls here. I don't know if you guys know that, but it does. And it just was giving me the freaking blues. And there was one hike I wanted to do, but if I would have woke up earlier, I would have done it. But the drive alone was 3 hours. So I was like, nah, because I needed to get dressed anyway. And it took me like about an hour to like situate everything. I had to pack myself because normally if I know I'm gonna go on a hike, I pack the night before. I have a backpack. It has like disaster supplies in it. It has just random shit in the bag. Like I have a first aid kit, just essentials that you need. I have a knife, I have my whistle in case I come across a cougar or a bear, um, or any type of wildlife. Um, I almost always have, I have a hatchet, I have pepper spray, I have baby wipes, hand wipes, makeup wipes, because I don't like when I sweat. I don't like that staying in my pores. And I have other essentials in there too. So, and then I have my food for that day in there. So that's typically like what's in my hiking backpack. So I didn't do it because everything was last minute. So as a result, something just kept popping up. Silver Falls hike. Just thank you so much for the like, babe. Silver Falls kept popping up on my All Trails app, and I was like, why is this constantly popping up on my thing? I don't want to do it because this is not something, by the way, this is going to tie into the whole cleanse thing, by the way. It's a full circle for me. So I was like, I don't want to do it. I've always done this. Like, this is something that it's not an easy hike or anything. But I was just like, why is this shit fucking popping up? I want to like go to a new trail, all of this. But anyways, I just let myself sit in it, and I was like, you know what? There's a reason why God wants me to go on this trail. And it's so crazy. This is full circle stuff. I didn't even think about this when I went to the hike and to the trail. So this particular hike, when I first moved to Oregon, this was the first trail, well, trails, because there's like 10 waterfalls there, and there's several trails there. But this was the first place I was like, I fell in love with Oregon for its nature. I was like, I love Oregon for its nature. I was like, oh my God. Because I was in this weird spot and I was like, I'm sick of this shit. I want to go back to California because I'm from California. And like I went on this trail and I was like, oh my God. And it like made me develop this like, I'm a waterfall chaser. So basically that's someone that loves nature and they chase waterfalls. They want to see waterfalls, touch them, do whatever. Um so this was my very first trail like experience in Oregon. And this was my last trail or hike that I went on before I broke my leg. So I broke my leg last year. I literally could not I there was a point where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk because I have a metal plate. I have it's between 12 and 15 screws in my leg. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the things that I love. Oh my God, I hope I don't get emotional. And it's like taken away. Well, for one, I could never like naturally run anymore because the way the placement is of my, like for my surgery, for them to like hold my stuff together. Okay, I'm gonna show the x-ray. Give me a second. So if anyone gets grossed out, don't look at this. So this is my x-ray. You see how it has like all the screws? Oh, let me show TikTok too. All of this is in my leg. All of this is in my leg. So I literally, this part right here is how you run. So imagine this is like your foot. And then like this part right here is like where there's a whole bunch of fucking screws. And then I have a plate. So this is my leg. So like when you run, you're like this, right? I can't like go like this because of the metal in my leg. So like I could move, but it's like this. So like I could never like run again. And anyone that knows me, I used to be an athlete. I used to be a sprinter. So the love of me, like, and I literally got to a point where I was like, oh my God, before I broke my leg, I was like, I think I could run again because for years I stopped running because I didn't have the passion for it anymore. And literally, I swear to God, maybe 2 weeks before I broke my leg, I was like, oh my God, I'm about to start running again. And then I broke my fucking leg. And then it was a massive break. Massive break. I broke my tibia and my fibula. And the process was just so, it was crazy. I've been saying I was going to make a video on it, and I haven't made, I have all the content I filmed the entire time when I was recovering from my broken leg, but I don't know why I haven't like put that out there, but I don't know. It's just such a touchy subject. But anyways, so this hike in particular was the last hike I went hiking before I broke my leg to this place with my coworker that I was telling you guys about. This is how I'm saying this is a 360. This is a full 360 moment for me. Well, full circle moment. And I took him on this hike, introduced him on this hike or whatever, and I broke my leg like the next week. So you have that. So this was the first hike that I went on when I moved to Oregon that made me realize I love waterfall hikes. And then this was the last hike that I was on last year before I broke my leg. And today was the first time that I went on a hike post surgery, post broken leg, and I was able to do it. I was so nervous. I was scared because I was like, oh my God, if I cannot hike, if my leg cannot handle the pressure, because don't get me wrong, the hikes that I go on, they're not easy hikes. The terrain is typically like there's rocks or volcanic rocks and the elevation, the terrain, it could be muddy, it could be slippery. So I'm not used to basic easy stuff. And again, this Silver Falls is not an easy hike whatsoever. But the part that I went on, I didn't do the whole thing, but I forgot what the hell the part is or whatever. But it's like midway into the trail, and then you go down, and then you go to North Falls, and I looped around, and I was like, okay, because this particular part that I end up to get into the park, I had to go like on a decline, but typically when I'm in the park, I go up that spot like where I was. So I was like, oh my God. So this will be the first time I would like really experience pressure on the leg when it comes to like really being out there in the forest and stuff. And I was fine. The only thing that was different is I am very, very cautious that I wasn't cautious before I broke my leg with the terrain because it was very slippery, and I'm like afraid of falling, like because I broke my leg falling downstairs. So like there is like this little fear in the back of my head. So I found myself having to recenter and repurpose myself when I was on the trail walking. because I was so focused and like on the ground, like looking at the terrain, so I wouldn't fall, that I couldn't be in the present moment a lot of the time. So that is a major difference compared to before. You don't think about it. I never broke anything in my entire life prior to breaking my leg, and like you just naturally walk, you be careful, if some stuff is slippery. But no, I'm like an old person. I'm like, oh no, like I'm checking everything. I'm making sure everything. So like my eyes for a lot of the trail was on the terrain, because I was like, because the rocks too, they come up out of the ground. It's not like it's smooth. It's not smooth pavement at all. You'll have like pavement and then it's like a big ass fucking rock. and and then it's like a whole bunch of them too. So it's like you're like going around like trying to figure out, what is going to be the safest route for you. And it's raining. We're in winter and Oregon is already cold for more than half of the year. It was raining, it was muddy, the terrain was muddy. So you just never know. And sometimes certain rocks, they're very slippery. So I don't know. That was my only thing. But as far as like, I will say there was a little bit of discomfort though walking, because they always say like, oh, when you get older or whatever, you're going to like you're going to feel the metal in your leg. There was It did feel a little bit discomfort. Like I definitely see what people are saying about that. But it wasn't like, oh my God, it hurts. It was more so I need to wear thicker pants the next time I hike. So that was more so of what it was. But yeah, I was so grateful that I was able to get in a position to even like hike again and be in nature. I was so happy though. So happy. And I'm so grateful, because there was a point in time where I felt like I was never going to walk again. And that I wouldn't be able to like hike. Like I already know there's an issue with, running potentially, but like if you take away the hiking too, that would like devastate me. So, yeah. Anyway, so that was the 360 moment. It was so many spiritual moments and highlights for that. So, yeah, there was definitely like a reason and a purpose for me to do that hike today, like for real. So, that is that is a thing. So, a good thing that happened today was, what's a good thing that happened today? People were super nice on the trail. I was getting compliments. Something I'm grateful for, being able to walk. I know I've said this before, but you have no idea how grateful I am to walk. Summarize today in one word: grateful. These are the journal prompts you guys should be doing. Okay, now setting my intentions for tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to record. I'm just going to say do something productive, because I do have some things I need to do, but I don't, it's my weekend. I don't really want to work on it. Why is it important to me? Because I want to stay active. And I know I say that a lot, but it's true. I'm so glad that I decided to get on here, because I really wasn't going to do it. How I embody it? By being and doing. Okay. those are the intentions for tomorrow. All right. Now what we need to do is we need to, our intentions that we set for this cleanse, we need to say them 3 times. You can say it out loud, you can read it. As long as you say them 3 times, that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and read mine. Okay. All right. So the power of 3, I'm going to close it off with an affirmation card. This one just can't, just fucking fell out. All right. I didn't even get to shuffle them. But anyways, that basically is what Spirit or God wants me to read. So I'm going to read it. So the affirmation for today, for day 11 of our cleanse, is start living right now. Perfect will never come. So again, the affirmation for today is start living right now. Perfect will never come. So living your truth, man. Living your truth. Stay positive. Do you. Do you. Honestly. Be unapologetic yourself and don't worry about anyone else or anything else. Okay, live in the present moment. You can't control everything. All right, guys. I am done. I appreciate everyone that is on this cleanse, that's participating. And I will see you guys soon. All right, bye. I'm going to say bye on TikTok. All right, now we're going to say bye on YouTube. Have a good day or night or afternoon or morning.